Evelyn.
And you're more than welcome, dear.
How are you? And I have friends to see you.
Yes.
Yes, cousins of yours.
Well,
He's your cousin, your first cousin. He's McGarry.
oh, we think it was him something.
No, but not
Oh, no. Your brother.
Come on in. Come on.
The lady that died. Do you know I haven't got a drink at the house?
Oh, hey, hey.
No.
That doesn't
Yes.
drink.
I don't drink, do you not?
It's the
I'll be
biggest
like
surprise.
McGarry
have a
doesn't
cup of
drink.
tea.
Evelyn, it's the biggest surprise yet.
Yeah. You can say that again, yes.
It's the biggest surprise yet.
It's only one of the big areas that all
Yes. I couldn't get over it.
Yes.
He said he couldn't take
Who's
a
this
drink.
man away?
It's a first cousin to me.
That's
My
right.
first cousin. His father and my mother be brother and sister.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
You got it.
Yeah.
He'd be Gary, Anthony McGarry's son.
Okay.
Yes, he'd be one of the youngest.
You know, Evelyn, you remind me a bit of Stephen.
Is
So
that
you're
right?
with you the cameras.
I'll be online.
Don't laugh at all, I don't. We have a cup of tea.
We just
We
had
just
one.
finished one. We just finished
Are
one
you
up at
sure?
our house. Yes, yes. Don't
You
get
both
it.
are back. Would you like?
No, thank you.
no,
We
thank
just
you.
want to talk to you.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if I'm a good talker.
I thought Evelyn is the best truck.
Yeah, yeah, they do, yeah.
I
I can imagine, I said I would like to nip fire in the...
I used to.
We used to play, are you cold?
No,
No,
We said we'd, are you?
no.
I said we'd use the room abroad, you know, for the,
Yeah, I know for walking it.
for working in it, and we don't like the fire here in the evening because I don't sit down. Now, Uncle Jim died, didn't he?
Jimmy did, yeah, as far as I know. See, now, my father, Anthony, moved to Boston from
Yes.
New York,
Yes,
and he lost track of
family.
the rest of the family,
Yes.
Jimmy and Willie, and I went to Willie's funeral
Yes,
when I was a little kid.
yeah.
What-
Your father dead now about 40 years.
Oh, no. When did Pop die?
Probably 1955.
About 55.
Oh, what's so recent as that? is it?
Yeah.
Unless that
30
somebody
years. It's not.
died, because I remember Agnes McIntyre. You knew Agnes, didn't you? Go out to Western Agnes,
That's what
didn't
I'm
you?
saying. He didn't. And everybody
Ah,
knew
you
her.
didn't. Now, your father lost contact with family.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
well,
we did too, and we tried to trace Jimmy's kids in Schenectady, but we haven't. And when I came over here, I thought all my father's relatives were going to America.
Yeah.
But I figured I'd at least get a picture of my grandfather's grave or something like that. I didn't realize there was any relatives at all over
Did
here.
you not? And how did
Yeah.
you come to
We
Belfast?
stopped at the first pub, and the owner of the pub told me to go across the street and see Mrs. Healy. She
That's
told-
her son.
She knew more than anybody else, so I walked across the street, and she was more surprised that...
Yeah. I think now I heard about that, was it somebody died? Was Pat now and Thomas? You heard about Thomas, you know?
No.
No, well, I remember Agnes Healy, right? Agnes Healy now.
Pat's family.
Yeah. Someone, she wrote here to say that your father wasn't in touch with the family, sure he wasn't.
No. He was, up until the time that Willie died.
Yes.
When Willie died, we stayed at, whose house was it, McIntyre?
Well, I'm thinking that was McIntyre's. McIntyre.
Yeah.
He said he was a big Strauss man and he was McIntyre, so there was no other McIntyre.
Yeah. We stayed at his house
In
in the
New York,
Bronx.
in the Bronx, that's where the where was.
Who was?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we even lost touch with him after my father died.
Yes, yeah. Well, I remember, I think your father lost contact with the family because when somebody died, and Agnes McIntyre wrote here to my mother, and she said, she told her in the letter, she said that they traced somebody that they thought was dead. He mustn't have been writing home for years, was he?
Oh, my father never wrote anything.
Yeah. And where was your mother from?
My mother was caught.
And they thought he was dead because he had lost contact with the family.
Is that
But
right?
then they resurrected him. Somebody died and he appeared or something. Now, was it Boston he was?
He went to Boston.
I stayed there.
Yeah, he stayed right in Boston.
And are you in Boston?
Yeah, no, well, right now, I'm originally from Boston, but
Yeah.
I live in New Hampshire now, which is
Oh, yeah.
a little to the north.
Yeah. My daughter was out there. She was in holiday, only for the holidays, in Maine. You know where that is?
A little farther up, yeah.
Northeast Harbour or something. She's
Yeah.
only went out now. She's gone to Ballina now.
Is she?
It's a pity she wasn't.
Maybe that wasn't too far, Joseph, from where you...
Oh, no, Maine is just
Oh, my God.
Next day.
Next day down.
Yeah.
Is that all? Yeah, well, she's only out now there for the holiday, like
Yeah.
working holiday. She's teaching, she's teaching.
Well, that's how
She's out there.
we came here we got 2 weeks off, so we came over to...
Yeah.
to see-
How did you trace them to Glenamore? You had,
Well, my father had
You just
He-
found that out.
he went in the army during World War I.
Yes,
And when he got discharged, they had the date of where he was born
yes,
on Glenamoy. That's the only thing we do. So we figured we'd come out here,
yes,
go to a church,
yeah.
and see if there was any
Trace.
of my
Oh,
grandfather.
yes, yeah.
And we were looking for a church when we stopped at the pub up
Oh,
here.
no better place, no better place.
Yeah, and the fellow in the pub said, well, Mrs. Healy over there would be probably no more than any
Then she
church.
would, because all her family are in the
Yeah.
States. Yeah. And now you didn't even know Uncle Jimmy.
No, I didn't. I met him, but I didn't know him.
Yeah.
I met him when I was about 14 years old.
And you never had to tell my mother or her mother nor
No, no.
Nothing.
Well, my sister kept more track of the family than I did. When I left America a couple of days ago, she had told me that I had a sister. My father had a sister, Penelope,
Yeah,
And-
my mother.
and a brother, Jimmy,
Yes.
a brother, Willie, and one other brother. So we didn't know about
Oh, there was
Edward.
8 brothers of it.
He-
There was Tommy Gary, he was the eldest. No,
No, he didn't. I forgot to tell him, but
Tommy Gary, he was the eldest of it.
yeah.
And I don't know what order they came in. I think it
Was Bridget older?
No, she was next to Tom, wasn't she?
That's it.
She was your mother-in-law now, Auntie Bridget. She was next to Watson. Then there was. No, you're young.
59.
Oh yes, your father be younger than Nana. But then he was. She only died as Uncle Ned. What's he in Kilbride?
No, but he's going to school there. See, I said the boys there, Michael and John,
Yeah,
in Kilbride.
Well, my father was 62 when he died, I think.
yeah.
And that was in about 1955, so he'd be 55, that's 30 years ago, so he'd be about 92 today.
92, well, he was younger than Nana. And it'd be the one she's dead over 20 years. There was John, no, there was Tom, there was Auntie Bridget, that was 2. There was, who else was in it? Mike
Yeah.
and Pat and Anthony and John and Michael, the man up here that married up here. You
Oh,
know,
that's
Johnny McGarry's father.
I do.
Did you ever tell Auntie Ellen? No, you didn't. Ellen Dowling. Did you ever tell Paddy Dowling?
Yeah.
He didn't.
That's another sister of your father's. There, that's Maureen's mother.
That's right.
Can you get that right?
And that's her. She
One on the
died-
right or the left?
The one-
You funny.
See here.
It's too high for you.
Is it too high? Will I bring it down?
No, I got
Well,
it.
he's got
Will I put on the light for you? Here.
No, I think I got it good right here.
his focus will go up together. That's
Yeah.
smart.
You are 50. He's 50 years. He died in 75. Now their daughter was only here and blow too, wasn't she, the
That's
other
right.
night?
2 or 3 nights ago.
Yes, they're lovely. She'd
Be a cousin of his.
be another first cousin. I pity we couldn't get him in contact with him. Where are you staying, by the way?
But no, we're moving.
He has to go to Cork to see.
We came up through
Wasn't he very good to come all the way to Glenmore?
From Shannon.
through
Galway and
Westport,
Westport.
Galway, up this way, and I wanted to, just find out. I never dreamed I'd have any living relatives.
No, you're telling you, it's better to get out of hospital, you
No,
know.
no, that's
Still it. And who'll be out in Castle?
where Michael's gone now. Pauline was up there. They switched. He's not an interman.
Well, if he isn't, the son takes a drink. And I'll take a drink.
He's gonna drive. don't put much in him. We got him driving.
We'll go over.
That's the driver.
Yeah,
Oh, I don't care.
Yeah.
That's the
Will
driver.
you manage, Pat, if I go over? I'll bring the cows across the
Yeah.
road before I go over and I get dressed and I can talk better when I'm in the pub. You don't, will you have a cup of tea before I go?
No,
Huh?
No, thank
You sure now, Father?
We
just
just have-
had some.
You're more than welcome now.
Oh,
I can keep some of you for the night if you like.
Oh,
no, we really should head down.
yeah, I'd like to see Michael at.
Yeah,
They're going to Kilbride or see Michael.
Tonight?
Well, that's
Now.
what he said.
whenever, as soon as we
So
can.
what we got?
Yeah, Michael and John.
Oh,
They're his cousins too.
oh, that's right.
So when I heard about you, Evelyn, I said I'd come this way to see you, Evelyn.
Yes.
And then they can go as far as Michael and Johnny on their own. They're going to the town of Ballycashman. So
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I'll bring them over for a drink to Glencastle. I'll go take Amy.
Oh,
Get ready.
no, I don't drink. No.
making out maybe that an hour here or something, you know.
Yes.
And you go on then to Bellacashin.
What is so wonderful is now, you know, this is just the beginning.
Yeah, get
Yes, oh,
everybody
you only
back.
came in, who was it?
Yes, Sunday morning. But I mean, now that when people come over here, now we have a place to go
Please,
visit.
yeah, yeah. And you were involved with her?
Yes.
You
She
wouldn't think
says,
that, would you?
no, you would not. There's some dark Irish or whatever we got, and
Yeah.
it's all about it.
Well, she's the prettiest thing in America.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
I'm
Yeah,
sure
second,
he is.
yeah.
Well, look at the station and start turning the cameras on me all the time. Fuck you, this lady here.
Oh, no.
You got there down there.
I got plenty of her.
Yeah.
Well, when we go home now, we can watch this on television.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's video.
God's sake, that's terrible.
Yeah.
Oh, wait till the family back home sees this.
Oh,
You're great now to come this far. This is your first time coming, is it?
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
What do you think?
When they're good to go
That's my
home.
family.
Oh, how many of you got?
I got 7. And my sister had 8,
Yeah.
and my brother had 6.
My God. Now, your brother died.
My brother died when he was 46.
Yeah. And what's he married?
Yeah, he had 6 kids, I hope he was.
And what happened?
And he had a heart attack.
Oh.
Yeah.
And
Now,
didn't your father die young at 62?
he did. That was
Yes.
very young too. Yes.
Well, he had cancer.
Yeah.
The doctor said when my father died that he'd lived to be 100.
Their father died, a young man, and their granny was left a widow. And how many of them were top? 6 of them were top, no, 5 of them. Tom, Pat, Andy, William, and James were top of the States. They never came home. None of them ever came, I don't think.
Willie, Willie, I went to his funeral. He died very young.
And did the wife marry again?
I had no idea. We lost all contact with him.
You know, I think just then it was home.
I
My father wouldn't write, and my father wouldn't write to my mother if he went away.
yeah.
There's
I think they never wrote.
I think none of them.
None of them ever
I
wrote.
don't think anything did
No,
right.
no. Willie was the youngest one, wasn't he?
Yeah, that's what.
Yeah. And you never knew the Healy's, did you?
I've got a picture of Willie someplace. Willie and my
Willie
father.
Healy, yeah. Did you not know
Willie
Pat
McGarry,
Healy?
Willie McGarry.
Yeah. Now, you never knew Pat Healy in the States.
No.
Well, he must have been out, your father must have been out to church. I think the others kept in church.
Oh yes, then you the Schenectady crowd, the McGarrys, Jim McGarry's.
Yes, Jimmy Gary then was in New Jersey.
Jimmy?
Target,
what,
Jimmy was in
Schenectady?
Rome.
In Schenectady.
Was it? And he had a pub, hadn't he?
I guess, I don't
He
know.
had, he had. Tom McGarry then had one daughter, she was Anne. Nan McGarry.
Gets dark when you face right at
And she was here a couple of years ago, and she was one of that. The Barbara Gallagher's daughter.
What's that right?
What did you call her? Barbara. She was Barbara Mechanical. She was here, that Anne McGarry, my first cousin was here. About, how many years ago, Pat, was it? Can you remember the ex was here? About 3 years ago. 3 or 4 years ago, she was here.
That other cousin you were talking about, that Mrs. Tomater.
Yes.
She died.
She did. And she had one brother alive called Anthony. And that's who I thought you were. Are you Anthony?
No, he's Joseph.
Joseph, yeah. Anthony. She had one brother alive. I think he married an Italian girl, as far as I know.
That's, I don't like anybody that marries Italian.
Yeah.
She's Italian. Italian girl.
Yeah.
Very nice girl.
Yeah, yeah. And he married.
Second prettiest girl. in
Yeah.
America.
Mrs. Healy, your Mike was Bridget's son.
Mm.
She's my secretary. She's keeping all
Just
this.
keep
down.
it all.
My sister's gonna be so surprised.
Wait,
because
here.
She never realized there was anybody over here either.
Didn't she?
No,
Yeah.
she said that, she says, at least we'll find, you get a picture of the grave or something like that. But
Yes.
it's like, 100%.
Isn't it nice now he met all so many people?
Isn't it? No, but he married. They had one son and he died young.